How's it going today? Today we're going to pick some stocks for November. Hopefully I can make this kind of quick. I'm just going to run through them real quick. I picked the theme this month, and the theme is video games with the new releases of the PlayStation and Xbox. So a lot of these stocks are pretty familiar with. I broke them down in valuation levels. I think a lot of things are getting a little ahead of themselves, but going into the, it's been one hell of a run up in stocks. But anyway, we're going to pick some stocks today. That are in the video game sector. I think this is a sector I kind of always think about in the Christmas coming up, Black Friday. Maybe not strong this year with all, everything going on. Maybe not as good. Maybe better. I don't really know. And I don't really try to predict it year in and year out. I just kind of buy them thinking they're pretty close to valuations. And I'm going to get into how I evaluate them and everything like that. And we're going to jump right into it. The first stock, I call them the big three video games, is Activision Blizzard. Everybody knows Activision. Everybody knows Blizzard if you're into video games. Basically, they make Call of Duty. I think they have Candy Crush, so that's the little app thing people play. And the World of Warcraft and Overwatch is Blizzard. They kind of fused together. Now they're one big company. And this is actually the biggest out of all the video games. I think they are, I guess if you consider Microsoft a video game, because they have Xbox, but they're more of a publisher. But anyway, I guess Microsoft technically would be bigger, but I mean, they don't really make video games. I guess that's the biggest operator in the, maybe is Microsoft, but we're just going to stick with video games developers. Anyway, and it's that $59 billion company. So, I mean, this thing is massive, but the way I picked at these stocks, all three of them are pretty good. They really, except the last one I could recommend is actually a software play, so stick around. But anyway, I mean, this company, and the way I evaluate them is basically I use a discounted cash flow model. Basically, I add up all the potential cash flow of the next 10 years, and I discount it back. It's kind of hard to explain, I do it on a piece of paper. I mean, some people use like a spreadsheet, a Microsoft Excel. I don't use any spreadsheets and all that. I just can do it all in my head and on a piece of paper. I make it simple enough that I can do it. But anyway, and I kind of figured out an equation if you type it in. Maybe I could make a separate video on how I evaluate these things real quick. But anyway, so basically what this thing is, and like I said, with these valuations, now sometimes this discounted cash flow can be wrong. It can be wrong in the valuation sector because it's hard to predict. And that's why stocks is very volatile sometimes. So let's say it comes out with corporate earnings and they're up 20%. Like, I didn't calculate that up being 20%. Maybe a nice 5 or 6%. I calculate maybe about a nice 10%, maybe 7% on average. So that may, obviously if this thing speeds up, which I believe it will. I believe it will with the new gaming consoles out. And a lot of them are just, I believe gaming industry is a growing industry. It's not a dying out industry. Now, the way we play games and the way we buy games is changing, like GameStop. I think that's a bad, maybe one to buy, but honestly, Activision probably doesn't really give a damn about GameStop or anything. They make money. A lot of people buy it digitally or maybe eat whatever, Walmart or whatever, But anyway, the discount cash flow is at $36 billion or 30 billion.6. Sorry about that. And the valuations, like I said, is at $59 billion. So honestly, this stock is trading twice above the valuation. Is that bad? Is that good? Well, it depends. Basically, if you believe Activision will grow into that valuation, it's good. If you don't, then it's not very good valuation. It's trading at almost, let's say 80. So essentially, this stock is really valued at really $40 a share. And actually, way back when I picked the stock at 40, and it's doubled since then. So as you can see, these valuations are a pretty good time to get in. But like I said, the market's kind of overvalued. But this is one to keep on your radar. If we get a sell-off maybe in December, I think maybe we will. I don't try to time the market or when a correction is. God only knows, especially if we shut down. And I believe what's propping these video games up is the coronavirus. They're thinking, well, everybody's going to stay at home. People are not going to go out much, but they want entertainment, so they just play video games. But anyway, I'm going to move on to the next one. You can research more about Activision. Balance sheet's pretty good. Every single one of these companies are pretty ran well. But anyway, the next one is Take-Two Interactive. It's actually the smallest one by market cap on this list, which is at 18 billion. So essentially, it's pretty big. It's pretty big, but small relatively to the market it's going into. Think of Take-Two as Take-Two Interactive. They make the K2 basketball. What is it? Is it 2K? 2K basketball. I don't know. What did I say? But anyway, I think it is. I'm not really familiar with their sports. I think it is K2. Or why does he keep saying K2? But anyway, it's 2K basketball. Sorry about that. My brain just went blue. But anyway, I mean, some of this stuff's not all written down. But anyway, and they make GTA, which is the best-selling game other than Call of Duty. So they're right there, and they make Red Dead Redemption, which that thing blew up. You know, and another thing I forgot about mentioning about Activision is with Blizzard is think of the international gaming sector. You know, all those people competitive. Remember the Fortnite guy? He won $1 million. Well, I think that's going to be bigger. And what's the two big games people play in that esport is Overwatch and Call of Duty. So that's why Activision gets the higher valuation there. But anyway, back to Take-Two. They make all the think about GTA, and they can. And the thing is, with a lot of these companies, they can make recurring revenues. They make the game, and they put out a bunch of transactions, like the GTA Online, the GTA that. They basically put microtransactions. A lot of people hate them, but that's how these companies make money, which I don't really mind it. But anyway, I did the discount cash flow on that. Is around 10 billion. So this thing, once again, it's trading at a higher valuation. But like I said, with the pandemic going on, you know, it's propping up a lot of these prices. A lot of equity prices are getting extended because, and then interest rates are getting cut. So, I mean, if you want to make money, you got to put them in stocks. Or the only place, well, I shouldn't say the only place that maybe, man, it's windy. But anyway, I don't know if you guys can hear it. The car's like shaking out here. It's like 40 miles per hour. Anyway, but that's Take-Two Interactive. Now, the next one is basically, sorry, I got some kind of cold or breeze or something in here. I'm kind of choking up here. But anyway, moving on, I'm kind of congested a little bit. Allergies or something, you know. Drive out here and get a dust of friggin', so I'm choking up here. But anyway, the next one is EA. I go power through this just for you guys. But anyway, the next one is EA is a $35 billion market cap. But think about all the EA sports games. I mean, you can kind of look this up. I mean, hopefully, if you buy these stocks, you're kind of into gaming and you kind of understand the industry a little more than actually playing it. Maybe you know more than I do. I don't really 100% keep up with. I just know people like video games and people play them, and they're just getting more popular and more popular. So I just picked the biggest free. But anyway, discount cash flow on that one is 30 billion. So honestly, EA is really the most undervalued one, but I'm not saying it's undervalued. It's just on valuations, it's closest. Maybe what is that? Maybe a 20% drop, and it's a good buy. So anyway, that's it for EA. This one. Now the next one is called Unity. It's different. It's completely different. Think about all the times they develop these softwares. I mean, think about, it's basically when they develop these video games, they use basically these, I forget what they're called. The Real Engine. I think it's Real Engine. I think it's made by Epic Games. And that's the engine they use. That's basically the software. So think about all the textures and all that. And really the two big players is Unity and Epic. And what they do is they make it easier to develop video games. So essentially, and as you can see, this is kind of the sticks and bones, or the pickaxes and shovels, basically, of the play. And I really, really like these. That's why I added, this is where really the growth at. Like I said, it's growing at 53%. I mean, this thing is a powerhouse. And think about every single person that wants to develop games, they use these software. And the other thing with these, there's only about, like I said, only two. So if you get trained to use it, you get trained on these. If you go to college or any, I forget, I don't even know where they go to learn how to develop video games. Maybe I forget IT schools, probably IT schools. But anyway, that's what they train on. It's like getting trained on how to use Excel or PowerPoint. You know, that's what you get trained on. You get trained on these, so it makes it just that more stickier. So basically, when you get out, you could develop on this system out of the two. So basically, if half the market goes to this one, half goes to that one. So I mean, and this thing, that's why it's growing. So think about all the people, especially all the mobile games. Everything is gaming is big, and it's getting bigger. You're going to need somewhere to develop all those, and that's where Unity comes in. Anyway, growing at 53%, and it's at actually a $30 billion market cap, and only about maybe 100 million in sales. So this thing is trading at a high valuation, which I think is worth the valuation just because where it's growing in. You're going to have to kind of think at the growth rate. But anyway, that's all I got to say for this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. I did kind of something different in this video, have a theme with it, going in the holiday season. And thank you for watching. And hopefully some of these stocks you already own, because I've been owning Activision. It's probably one of my first stocks I bought was Activision. And it's just been a long-term hold, and I always kind of add it a little bit every year or so. But anyway, that's all I got to say for this video, and thanks for watching, and I can see you on the next video. Thank you.